Hi, I'm Thomas Fang. I'm a sound and video artist. Been working for 4MS since 2010. When I started making noises with machines, I didn't have the budget for synths, so I was circuit bending children's toys from thrift stores and using $20 effects pedals from pawn shops, and found sound, field recordings, samples, turntablism, that kind of stuff, just using whatever didn't cost a bunch of money. I got attracted by furbies because they're easy to bend and they were always a couple of bucks at a Goodwill. Probably around 2002, that's when I started doing noise performances. Before that, I was a teenage industrial DJ. The furbies actually are the ones to blame for getting into a career in synths. I made this army of circuit bent furbies and I was terrorizing people at festivals with them in the 2007-2008 time period. I started a series of events called Get Bent. I taught circuit bending and did performances with the furbies. In 2008, I got booked to play this show, Bent Festival in New York. Brought the furbies up there and was doing my thing with them. The only other person from Austin who was at that event was Dr. Bleep, who was running his own single-person company, Bleep Labs. We started hanging out. I asked him if he needed help, and at first he didn't, but then quickly after that show in New York, he said, yeah, actually I could use some help. The timing was also kind of a renaissance of electronic noise-making community in Austin. We did a thing called Handmade Music Austin. That's how I got to meet Dan, actually. He was at Handmade Music Austin #1 in 2009. I knew that he had moved to Austin and was doing effects pedals, but had also just started making modular synths. 4MS was making these things that are for octaphonic routing, or at least that's one of the most fun uses of them. So we set up a stage at this outdoor festival called Art Outside. We did all kinds of performances. Dan and Jono brought their modular rigs. I had some furbies or something else, and Ralph was playing the bend matrix, basically controlling the routing for each of us. We had a stage in the center inside of a Lotus, and we had 8 speakers all around pointed inward, so it was kind of a crazy and chaotic festival for us. Alyssa, who used to work for us, founded the Synth Library Portland in 2016. I've been part of that since the beginning and I'm the director now, and we do workshops every weekend. 4MS has always been a big sponsor of the library. We're running a synth lending program in which students can take gear home for 3 weeks at a time, so that's been hugely popular. And we have regular concerts during the summer that are free and a lot of community events and meetups. That's something that I'm really invested in, and 4MS is also a big supporter of. I played at this festival in Houston in 2002, the Dead Audio Music Festival. It was put on by the Messiah of Texas Noise, Richard Ramirez, no relation to the serial killer. There was a guy there that was just getting belligerent and wanted to fight people and looking for like that kind of noise show experience, and everyone was just kind of putting up with him, maybe pushing him out of the way if he got in their face. And then as the night went on, people started getting more and more pissed off by this guy, and I saw a beer bottle fly across the warehouse and hit him in the side of the head, and didn't stop him though. He just got mad, and then he really wanted to fight people, and so people finally had to like throw him down in the pit and hit him with a stun gun, but he was so amped up that it didn't even matter.